Hey, Brido brother. It's me, your friendly neighborhood Eric Barnes. I'm calling because, you asked me what my favorite match was, and I would love to share it with you. Um, Honestly, it's a very tough question because I got a lot of favorites, and there's a lot of fantastic matches out there that many of your friends probably already have already touched upon that are my favorites as well. But some of the others that come to mind for me are Steve Austin versus Bret Hart at WrestleMania 13, any of the Okada versus Omega matches, Kenta Kobashi and Mitsuharu Misawa versus um, Taue and Kawada in a tag match, Nanami Toyota versus Kyoko Inoue, all kinds of stuff. But the match I want to talk about and that always popped into my head because I've been thinking about this question for a while and I just can't get it out of my mind is Cedric Alexander versus Kota Ibushi from WWE's Cruiserweight Classic in 2016. Now, it's not the most amazing match, but it's my favorite. Well, let me give you a perspective. Cedric Alexander, I know of as a guy I bought a wrestling DVD from at Wrestle Reunion at a merch table because I believe he was working for High Spots at the time. I think, oddly enough, I bought a Best of Golden Lovers DVD from him. Cedric Alexander, his biggest claim to fame at the time was being a mid-carder at Ring of Honor. He's not a nobody, but he wasn't very well known. But very talented. Kota Ibushi, highly celebrated, on the rise, amazing athlete. You Americans, even a lot of non-wrestling fans, probably saw him wrestle Yoshihiko, the blow-up doll, and he's done a lot of crazy stuff and is essentially an artist. And going into the match, Kota Ibushi was the guy WWE wanted and was the heavy favorite to win the entire tournament. I think probably they earmarked him to win in order to kind of get him to sign with WWE. But anyway, let's get to the match itself. The match itself, it just hit every button for me. The crowd was incredibly invested, amazing high spots, all the near falls just stopped my heart dead. Well, obviously not dead because I'm talking to you right now. But the story of the match is what intrigued me because it was just seeing this guy, this not very well-known guy, taking his opportunity and running with it to fully showcase what he can do against arguably the best wrestler in the world today and staying toe-to-toe with him. It was the movie Rocky. He got to just go the distance. A guy that was pretty much paid to lose, but gave the ratings draw a good fight. It was so good of a fight that he gets cheered more than the winner at the very end of it. And I guess it's my favorite not just because of everything I just said, but a big chunk of it is the aftermath. That entire room of people were chanting "Thank you" and "Please sign Cedric." Here's part two. I guess the match is not just my favorite because of the match itself, but because of the aftermath. To see a giant room full of people chant "Thank you" at Cedric and afterwards just screaming out "Please sign Cedric" and chanting at him, and then seeing him cry. Man, I'm even getting a little choked up by just remembering it. And seeing Triple H come out of the back, breaking kayfabe for a minute, just say, "All right," then give a thumbs up. That is incredibly special. Because from my perspective, it was seeing a guy that years ago lost in a tag match against the Bravado Brothers and couldn't break a $20 bill at a merch table at the LAX Hilton, get a job at the biggest wrestling company in the world. Critically, I know the match has its flaws, and I understand why it's not one of the most talked about matches of all time, but I cannot deny how it emotionally struck me and has stuck with me and will probably still inspire me to this day. So, yeah, I consider it a newer classic. And if you're a wrestling fan, definitely check it out. Thanks, Brido. Let's hang out soon.